Okay, this situation is pretty wild. Because something big might happen soon. We don't know exactly when, maybe. Tomorrow, maybe even as I'm talking it'll be like a second sun going off in the sky. So get this, the James Webb Telescope spotted that Betelgeuse, you know, that red giant star in Orion suddenly got way brighter, like 250% brighter. People are super interested, wondering if it's about to blow up in a supernova, but nobody knows for sure when that'll happen. Some experts think it could be sooner than we thought. Come learn about this huge star. It could really shake up what we know about the universe. Even if you don't know the name, you've probably seen Betelgeuse. It's that bright bronzish star on Orion's shoulder, part of a group of stars. It's huge. If it was in the center of our solar system, it would stretch past Jupiter. Unlike most stars, Betelgeuse changes a lot over time. It's kind of close to us, and it's called a semi-regular variable star. That means its brightness goes up and down in a way that suggests something might happen to it. Recently, it's been getting even brighter, especially on May 20th, 2023. Scientists were surprised to see it jump 142% and then later 150%. Some people at Harvard said it's now the seventh brightest star in the night sky, moving up from 10th place. You can see it if you're in the southern half of the world, shining on Orion's shoulder. Dr. Sarah Webb, an astrophysicist in Australia, said that studying Betelgeuse is important because it lets us check out what happens at the end of a really big star's life, and explains what happens with red giants before they explode. When Betelgeuse does go, it could be super bright for about a week, maybe even casting shadows at night. Both regular stargazers and serious space scientists are waiting to see this. Heidi Morris, a scientist and president of a stargazing club, said that people have been watching Betelgeuse's changing brightness for years now. Its brightness changes about every 130 days, which is way faster than usual. This gives astronomers a rare chance to learn more about what's going on. The weird stuff with Betelgeuse started in 2019 when it burped out some of its outer atmosphere. This change in brightness made people wonder if it's getting ready to explode. A study by DRI and others from Harvard and Berkeley said it might take 5 to 10 years for Betelgeuse to go back to its normal brightness cycle, about 400 days since it's acting weird with its light and how it spins. Scientists are asking if this is the beginning of the end. Betelgeuse is a huge star that's running out of gas. It's changing fast. Its center is collapsing because it's so heavy, and that could cause a supernova that would outshine planets, but we don't know when that'll happen. Dr. Pierre, a professor at the University of Portsmouth, mentioned that it's hard to guess when a supernova will happen. There is not enough past data, and the stellar evolution is complex. Betelgeuse is still working, turning helium into carbon and then other elements until it gets to iron. When it can't do that anymore, it'll collapse and maybe become a black hole or a neutron star. Some think Betelgeuse will blow up soon, but history says it's been getting redder over time. That means it could take a while before it goes supernova. NASA thinks it won't happen for another 100,000 years, so probably not in our lifetime, even though we don't know when it'll happen. Betelgeuse keeps scientists interested. Our understanding of stars is getting better all the time. Dr. Sarah Webb wants us to stay curious, even if we probably won't see it explode. By watching how it changes, we might learn new things about the universe. It's important to understand that what we're seeing from Betelgeuse happened over 600 years ago. It might have already exploded and we wouldn't know it yet, but that's just a possibility. Sometimes we're wrong about space stuff. For example, before 1987, astronomers thought only red supergiants could go supernova, but then a big blue star in another galaxy exploded, which surprised everyone, so there's still a lot to learn. Watching Betelgeuse and other big stars helps us understand space better, even if it doesn't explode soon. Its weirdness is still cool and tells us about how stars work. Right now Betelgeuse is brighter than it was in 2023, and people are excited again. Its strange behavior makes us ask when and how it will explode. Some astronomers think it's close to the end, while others think it's just going through a phase. Either way, it's a great chance to watch a star do its thing in real time. This helps us test what we think we know about the lives of big stars and what happens to them in the end. We don't know for sure what's up with Betelgeuse right now, but what it's done in the past gives us tips. It's had big changes in brightness over the years, and that's thought to be part of being a red supergiant. But the recent jump in brightness has scientists excited again. They're wondering if this means it's about to go supernova or if it's just being a normal star. The research goes on. One thing is for sure, scientists find Betelgeuse fascinating, even if it doesn't explode anytime soon. Watching it will give us key information about how stars live. When we watch stars like Betelgeuse, we can fine-tune our ideas about how stars work. Meanwhile, people who love looking at the sky will keep being amazed by Betelgeuse's changing brightness. Whether it's getting dimmer or brighter, its unpredictability means it's still interesting to astronomers. As we keep watching what happens to it, the possibility of a huge supernova adds some cosmic excitement to this star. In the end, what happens to Betelgeuse will help us get a better sense of the universe. We might not see it explode in our lifetime, but what we learn from it and other big stars will shape how we understand everything for a long time. For now, astronomers and stargazers are focused on it, excited for the next part of this mysterious red supergiant's life. As we keep focused on Betelgeuse, its weird behavior continues to make us curious and inspires a wave of scientific study. The recent changes in brightness give us a chance to study big stars and their changes more. With each new surge or dimming, astronomers can test and improve their ideas about stellar life cycles, especially what happens with red supergiants at the end of their lives. These stars are known for being unpredictable, and Betelgeuse is a great example of how even what we think we know about stars can be challenged by new behavior. Scientists around the world are watching Betelgeuse closely for signs that could prove or disprove the ideas about it becoming a supernova. Each new look adds important data to the discussion. Newer telescopes and ways of looking at stars let us measure Betelgeuse's changing brightness and behavior more accurately. These new tools give us a chance to see a star near the end of its life closely, bringing us closer to figuring out the puzzles of the universe. So whether Betelgeuse explodes soon or keeps doing unexpected things is still a key part of the cosmic puzzle. Its mystery captivates us, giving us insight into how the universe works while sparking our imagination. We can only wait and watch as the stellar story goes on in the sky above. Okay, so things are getting interesting with the star Betelgeuse. It's acting weird and nobody's quite sure what that means. Basically, this star, which you've probably seen shining a bronzish color in the Orion constellation, has suddenly gotten way brighter. The James Webb telescope saw its brightness jump by like 250%. This has got everyone wondering if it's about to blow up in a supernova. Now nobody knows when this might happen. It could be tomorrow or it could be way later, but experts are watching closely. If it does explode, it'll be super bright, maybe even bright enough to cast shadows at night for a week or so. Pretty wild, right? Betelgeuse is a massive star. I mean, if you plopped it down in the center of our solar system, it would stretch past Jupiter. Unlike most stars, it changes in Brightness a lot. It's what they call a semi-regular variable star. Back in May 2023, scientists were shocked when it got 142% brighter, and then even more later. One group of astrophysicists even said it's now the 7th brightest star in the night sky. One scientist, Dr. Sarah Webb, says studying Betelgeuse is a big deal because it lets us see what happens to giant stars at the end of their lives, before they go supernova. Another scientist, Heidi Morris, noted that people have been interested in Betelgeuse's brightness changes for ages. Its brightness goes up and down on a cycle, but lately the cycle has gotten shorter, which is unusual. What kicked off all this excitement was in 2019 when Betelgeuse burped out a chunk of its outer layer. That's why its brightness has been all over the place. Some scientists think it might be a sign the star is about to go boom. One study says it could take about 5 to 10 years for Betelgeuse to get back to normal, but because it's also spinning differently, astronomers are scratching their heads, wondering if this is the beginning of the end. Dr. Pierre, a professor, says it's hard to know exactly when a star will go supernova. Stars are always changing, fusing elements in their cores. Eventually red giants like Betelgeuse run out of fuel, then they collapse, which might create a black hole or a neutron star, even though some folks think an explosion is coming soon. NASA says it's likely not going to happen for another 100,000 years still, even if we don't see it explode in our lifetime. Dr. Webb says it's important to keep watching Betelgeuse. We might make new discoveries about how stars work. Remember, the light we're seeing from Betelgeuse is ancient, over 600 years old, so it could have already exploded. And we just don't know it yet, but that's not a sure thing. As one example, astronomers once thought only red super giants could go supernova, then a blue star blew up, which shows you never know. So the bottom line, Betelgeuse is acting weird, and scientists are excited. They're learning a lot just by watching it, and who knows, maybe it will explode soon. That would be amazing to see, whether it's about to explode or just going through a phase. Betelgeuse is a fascinating star. Its odd behavior keeps astronomers busy and reminds us how much there still is to learn about the universe, so keep looking up. Okay, so things are getting interesting with Betelgeuse. It's an emotionally charged situation. We don't know exactly when, but something dramatic is probably going to happen. It could be as amazing as a second sun. The James Webb Telescope spotted that Betelgeuse. That star at Orion's shoulder suddenly got way brighter, like 250% brighter. This got everyone excited. Some think it means Betelgeuse is about to blow up in a supernova, but nobody actually knows when that'll happen. Experts are saying it could be sooner than we think. Even if you don't know the name, you've probably seen how bright Betelgeuse is. It's huge. If it was in the center of our solar system, it would go past Jupiter. Unlike most stars, Betelgeuse changes a lot over time. It even has times when it gets brighter and dimmer. That means it could break down to a cosmic explosion at some point. Recently, the star got even brighter. On May 20th, 2023, scientists were shocked when it jumped 142% in brightness. Then later they confirmed it went up 150%. Now it's the 7th brightest star in the night sky instead of the 10th. Drive Sarah Webb from Swinbend University says watching Betelgeuse is a big deal because it lets us see the end of a massive star's life when it finally blows. It could be super bright for about a week, bright enough to cast shadows at night. People are really looking forward to that. Heidi Morris from Los Alamos National Lab says people have been watching Betelgeuse for ages. Its brightness changes in a 130-day cycle. Right now, that's way shorter than usual. These quick changes are a good chance for scientists to learn a lot about what happens at the end of a star's life back. In 2019 it burped out a chunk of its outer stuff. These changes in brightness are weird for Betelgeuse, making people wonder if it's about to explode. According to some researchers, it might take another 5 to 10 years for Betelgeuse to get back to how bright it usually is. It even changed how fast it's rotating, so scientists are stumped about whether this means an end is coming. Betelgeuse is using up all its fuel. When the middle of the star falls in on itself, it could cause a supernova. But exactly when, nobody knows for sure. One Professor Dr. Pierre says it's tough to predict when a supernova will happen, because we don't have enough info from the past, and stars are super tricky to study. Betelgeuse is making elements like helium, carbon, oxygen, silicon, and finally iron. As a red giant, it will uses helium into carbon for millions of years. When it cannot support fusion reactions, gravity will take charge and the star might turn into a black hole or a neutron star. Some think it's about to explode, but it's been getting redder over the years, so it might take a while to happen. NASA thinks it will be 100,000 years from now, so probably not in our lifetime. Dr. Sarah Webb says we should keep our minds open to what can happen. Even if it seems unlikely, we might see it blow up while we're alive. By watching these changes, we might learn something and make discoveries. Remember, we're seeing old light. What we're seeing now is from over 600 years ago. Betelgeuse might have already exploded and we wouldn't know. Yet it's not certain. Before 1987, everyone thought that only red supergiants could go supernova, but a big blue star exploded in another galaxy. We still have a lot to figure out watching Betelgeuse, and is a way to learn about space. The star's weird changes are still interesting no matter what. Betelgeuse getting brighter in 2023 has brought excitement back to people across the globe. The star's unpredictable behavior causes interesting questions about how the blast will occur and when. Some people assume this growing brightness says that Betelgeuse is about to die, but other scientists warned that the star may just be an ordinary phase of what the star is doing. The star has had brightness fluctuations over the centuries, providing hints to study the star's normal life pattern. Betelgeuse remains an exceptional thing to have to study while it's explode in the distant future. We will watch how the stars may evolve. The skies are being watched by many, but especially Betelgeuse, since it may occur again. It may inspire a wave of discoveries with others as we dive deeper into things.